morning.
Okay. Like Mike said, my name is Kim Osborne. I was telling some friends that I'm speaking today, and they said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "The power of digital marketing." Everyone was like, "That sounds really, really fancy, and it sounds difficult," but it's not really as difficult as it sounds. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about kind of the building blocks and the basics of digital marketing. And basically, when I say digital marketing, I'm saying how to get your business out to the world through any channel online. Do any of you guys feel like you're pretty good at that? No hands? Okay. Anyone feel like that's something that you want to grow in? A little bit. I come across a lot of people who tell me that they know they need to be online, they really don't know what they need to do, and a lot of them tell me they really don't feel like doing it either. So, so I get that a lot. So I'm going to go over a couple things that may help you today. All right, we can go to the next slide. This is just a little bit about myself. If you look at my story, I started out in marketing. I have a marketing degree from ACU, and my junior year of college was September 11th, where we had the plane crash. I had no idea what that meant for me. Personally, I knew a lot of people were hurting, the world was hurting, but when I graduated a year later, I felt the effects of September 11th. Could not find a job to save my life anywhere. I was a good student, I worked very hard, I had good grades. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't even get anyone to interview me. I couldn't get through any doors. So I had an option. I said, okay, well, I'll do something in the meantime. I had two options. I could be a bank teller, or someone offered me to be a teacher's aide. And I was like, well, I'm not really trying to be a bank teller or a teacher's aide, so I'll just do the one that seems kind of fun for in the meantime. And so I decided to be a teacher's aide. And I did that for a year, and I ended up getting certified as a teacher, and I taught for many years. I'm certified. I've taught kindergarten all the way up to seniors in high school. So there is nothing you can bring my way. Nothing you can bring my way that I can't handle. I can handle anything. And I can teach anybody anything, because I can teach some 5-year-olds some stuff. So I spent a lot of time doing that. And as you guys know, a lot of you are entrepreneurs, you know that just because you're doing one thing doesn't mean your heart feels like you should be doing that. And I felt called that I said, you know, I love these kids, I love what I'm doing, but I just feel like there's more I need to do. Mm-hmm. So I went back, and during my teaching time, I updated my marketing skills and got certified with digital marketing, and I've been doing that ever since, and I absolutely love it because it gives me a chance to help people like you, entrepreneurs who have a passion in your heart. I help people get the word out and make their dream a reality, and it's a great passion of mine. I've joined the team also with Zachary Associates, so I'm on their social media marketing team too. That's an advertising agency here in town, for those of you who don't know, and I love it, and I love what I do every day. So I'm going to talk a little bit about social media marketing. We're ready. Mike?
Yes.
I broke the rules. I didn't know that we had a format, so my format's just a little bit different, if that's okay.
No.
If you'll go on the first thing, I have, you guys have on your papers some questions, and you can click on that. If you'll give it one click. So I have a few questions for a digital marketing checkup that I just wanted you to take a minute or two and answer. It's on your paper. And that question is, can you identify your ideal customer that you are targeting? It's kind of the basics of marketing. Can you identify that? Now, I'll tell you, most times when I talk to people and I say, who is your business for? And they'll say, everybody. My business is for everybody. Everyone in the world can use what I have, really. Right? I hear that all the time. And I do think, of course, you're not trying to limit anybody. I mean, if you're going to give me money, I'll take it, right? But there are some ways that you can target a little bit more specifically that can help grow your business a little faster, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So then the next question is, if you have that person in mind, what, if any, is your plan to reach out to that person? Do you have a plan? You'd be surprised that a lot of businesses don't. They know what they do, they're good at what they do, and they offer and they provide, but they're not really, they don't have time or to think about how do I reach that person. And then the last question, you can click on it one more time, is on a scale of 1 to 10, how well are you using your digital platforms to reach that ideal customer? Digital platforms meaning your website, do you have a blog, social media? How well are you taking advantage of that? Can we all agree that we know that the world is going a little more digital? I think we can all agree on that. So we know it's something that's important, but we don't always know how. So I'm going to give you a few examples of why it's important to know your ideal customer. So you can click on the next slide. Okay, so here is a piece off of Facebook. This is Lending Tree, and this is their cover photo. You guys know what I mean when I say cover photo, that big long one. Okay, so I just want you to look at this really quick and tell me, who are they trying to reach?
Baby boomers.
Baby boomers? Okay.
Kindergartners.
Kindergartners.
Sesame Street.
Parents.
Parents.
First-time buyers.
First-time buyers.
Somebody doesn't have a lot of time.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because, I mean, you don't have to type in any of your personal information. You just takes less than 2 minutes, so just get it and go.
Ding, 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 ding. If I was in kindergarten, you get a sticker or something.
I'll still take it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk later. Okay.
Benjamin Franklin's face on it.
So look at this. My dad is just recently retired. He's 65. I may have gotten that wrong. This is not for him. There is no way on God's green earth that my dad's going to put his information on Facebook and to get a loan. He's not doing that. No way. But I'll look at it and be like, shoot, I don't have to fill out paperwork. It won't take me that long, and I can find out what I need. No problem. Lending Tree knows that. You can see it in their messaging. You can see it in this guy. This guy doesn't offend me. He might get on somebody else's nerves, right? And they do that so seamlessly because they know exactly who is the most likely person that's going to get a loan from them. Who is the most likely person who's going to get a loan online? And that's who they're reaching out to. I just want to give a sidebar though. This is a small tip for you. They use this as their cover photo. A lot of times people use just pictures for their cover photo. Don't forget that you can use your cover photo as a marketing piece. Right here, all they're saying is they're giving you some information, and then they're saying, click the message button. Well, you know how Facebook works. Right here is the message button where you can go directly to getting that loan. That's a simple, easy way, and it doesn't cost you money, but you can always continue marketing. So if you're not using your cover photo in a way like that, that's a good place to put any kind of promotional things. Sidebar. Okay. We're ready for the next slide. Okay, this is Target. This is maybe a little trickier. Who are they trying to reach?
College students.
College students? What?
Women.
Mommies? Parents?
Mhm.
Okay, why do y'all say that?
Because there's a kid over there.
There's a kid. Okay, so wait a minute. If they're trying to reach a mom, what kind of mom? Any mom?
Stay-at-home moms.
A stay-at-home mom?
No.
Young mom.
Young,
Good moms.
but not necessarily stay at home. She has a sense of style, right? That's
Uh-huh.
part of what they're doing too.
Yeah. You want to know why I like what you
Seriously?
said, Ron? She has a sense of style. Someone else might come and say, oh, I'm going to give my baby some toys. They can be all their favorite little colors, pink, purple, blue. Not this mom. She wants it to match her house. You see that?
Good
She
Lord.
cares about how she looks. I'm going to let him wear it in a cute little thing, but he's going to be stylish with it. Right? You know? And you can tell she's a mom. They have her mug of coffee right there, but it's a stylish mug of coffee. Because Target knows there's a certain demographic of young, 30-something-year-old women
right.
that swear by Target.
Yep.
And I'm not one of them. Okay? But there are some other people that say that stuff costs too much. I'm not going there. Walmart's fine for me. You know what I mean? Target knows who they're trying to target, and they know the best way to reach out to them. I like this because this was an Instagram post, I think, where they posted a girl, and they really didn't say much in the top, in the copy. But then if you look over here in their feed, they say, oh, by the way, you can get that mug here. I think we talked about selling the story, and that's what they do. First, you start on social media, you start by knowing who you're talking to, then you make it look in a way that catches their eye, and you say, oh, by the way. And that's how you kind of socially sell. Okay? Okay, so we're ready for our next one. Okay, brace yourself for this one. I almost didn't put this on here, but it was just too good to not to. Okay. This is from the Dollar Shave Club. Have any of you heard of the Dollar Shave Club? Okay. Oh, you remember?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe this appeals to you? I don't
No,
know. This, I would just like vomit at seeing this, right? Why do we need this? Who cares? But 368 reactions and 732 shares says somebody cares. And they know just who cares. And you probably care, but you don't want to tell everybody you care.
We'll have a lab later.
They know their people, and they give the people what they want. Okay, so we can go to the next slide. I don't know if we're going to have time for this next one, which is my favorite. Has anyone in here heard of chatbooks? Okay, I'm going to skip it because I don't know if we have time, but if we have time to go back, this is a video, and I cannot tell you how good they are at knowing their target market. They are so good. But I'm going to skip it for now, and then we can go back to it. Okay, so I have a few things to help you when you're trying to come up with your target. These are things that we do as digital marketers. This is what I start with every single time. There's no need in creating anything online, no ads. There's no need if you don't know this information right here. Okay? So you're going to give them, now this one you don't have to do, but you can. You can give them a name. You're going to think of this person, think of this audience of people as one person. Who am I talking to? Okay? So my target girl would be Amy. I've got a friend named Amy, and I believe she even has that teepee in there. So I would be thinking about Amy through all of this because I know anyone just like Amy, I don't even have to sell them that stuff. It sells themselves because I know who's the most likely person. Okay, so how old are they? What's their gender? Are they married? Do they have kids? If so, how many? Where do they live? These things really, really matter. And especially as you go into doing online advertising, you can target things down based on these things. So it's important for you to know those. Okay, we're ready for the next slide. What are the things that your target is interested in? Okay, you need to know those things because it's way easier to sell them information if you know things that make them chuckle. You know, if you know things that make them, whoa, that's interesting. I'd share that to all of my friends. You need to know those things. What are their pastimes? You need to know about the income that they make, and I think most of us know that, but I mean, there's no need in trying to sell a high dollar thing to somebody who is an extreme couponer, right? They're probably not going to take you up on that, but if you know how to target the person that has the income for what you need, then you're in better shape. Who are their favorite brands? Those are all things you can ask yourself. Okay, last slide, and this one's the most important one to me. All right. So when you think about that person, you're going to think about what kind of challenges does that person have? What are they struggling with? Because of course, to sell what you have, you're going to think of how can I meet that need? But you need to know what that need is. What's their problem? What are they dealing with? What's their pain point? What is the most difficult thing that they're having, the problem that they're having to solve? Because if you can answer that, well then, again, you're not having to sell so hard, right? Okay. This one's huge. What's their objection to their sale? I know we all think everything we have is super great, but why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they buy what I have? Because if you can address that on the front end, then you've solved the problem that you're not having to tackle a little bit later, right? What's their role in the purchase? Do they have to ask their spouse? You might need to know that, because then you might need to know what's your spouse's objection to the sale. And that happens a lot. You know, if you have a low dollar item, they may not have to ask someone, but if you have something a high dollar, it makes a difference. And then the last one is, where do they hang out? I should have said online. Not every social media platform is for every person, and you need to know that. You need to know what would be a good platform for you, because you know where to spend your advertising dollars. There's no need in spending your time, energy, and effort in a place where your ideal person doesn't really hang out. Okay, so those are all things that can help you as you're trying to target your person online. Hope that was helpful. My time is up. Do you want to go back to that other one?
Yeah.
We have time for it? Okay. All right. If you'll just put the mouse over here, I think you can click on it.
My house is all set for the holidays on my Pinterest board. But this is no real holiday, and it's a hot mess of shame. But it's also the only place I can have precious time to myself during the holidays.
Mom, where's my math book?
Because I'm not myself. It's where I wrap presents, shove everything that won't fit out there, and scream into a couch cushion when we have to find yet another white elephant gift for a party, which is just more junk for me to store and shove in here.
Mom, I can't make it to the bathroom.
And I actually feel great. I'd normally be stressed out of my mind looking for presents. But this year's been a breeze. That's because I ordered chapbooks for everyone. You might already know that the Chapbooks app automatically creates and ships quality photo books from your phone every time you add 60 photos to Instagram, Facebook, or your phone favorites. But did you know you can also order additional copies of your chapbook series for Grandma, Grandpa, and sweet Aunt Dorothy, who loves your children more than you do? Or so your kids say. Okay, Mommy will be out in a few hours. I think the idea for presents this year? Better than over 2,500 five-star reviews on the App Store. Better than something that's been featured in the Oprah magazine and the Today Show for only $8. Didn't think so. Want to be the favorite in-law this year? Make sure you order your chapbooks before December 18th for delivery by December 24th.
That's it, we're coming in, Mom. I got your Bobby pin.
Oh, crap.
Oh, crap.
Besides, when else are you going to get your in-laws? Cheese of the month subscriptions? I tried so hard, Sharon. You return everything. Just click here to order an additional copy of your series, and bam! $8 a book later, your family's presents are meaningful, high quality, and even better, they're done. Your chapbook series will be the gift that keeps giving. That good enough for you, Sharon? So sign up for chapbooks today and get your whole family the gift of your family from a distance. With pretty filters, because that's how everyone wants to experience my family. Jeffrey, put down the battering ram. What are you doing?
I just want to be with you.
Oh, it's the sweetest thing.
I saw Dad fell off the roof hanging lights and he wanted us to come get you.
What? Good heavens! Chapbooks. Maybe you'll like the chapbooks print.
Hey, that's the Barbie I asked for.
So clearly you can see they know their person. All their videos go viral because they know exactly who they're talking to. And I can also raise my hand on that one. I don't like her. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.